told our players we're very proud of them. I love my guys. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I get to coach at the University of Miami, which is where I grew up, born and raised. Played there and graduated from there. And I get to be the head coach. To me, it's the best program in the country. And I get to coach these guys. I'm very, very lucky. I love my players. Told them I'm very proud of them. This team has had more than you can imagine. With the tragedy of one of our coaches losing his son this summer. And he just spoke to the team, which was very hard, but I'm just proud of our players. That's all. Very proud of them.
Again, we have 2 microphones. We'll get questions for the student athletes. Again, just a reminder to address which one you want to answer the question. We'll start here with the gentleman in the front.
Slade, great effort by you tonight. Can you tell me what was it like to pitch in that environment? Most people, I'm assuming you've ever pitched in front of, and what did that feel like for you?
It was definitely loud. My defense, my coaches, and my catcher really kept me in it, kept me focused, and kept me locked in.
Go ahead and keep it rolling with Robbie here in the 3rd row to the right.
Slade, you really had them off balance in the first time through the lineup. I think you went through all 9 of them, struck out 5. What did they do differently the second time through that allowed them to have some success?
They hit some good pitches, and I left a few balls up, and they grinded out some at bats. They found a way. So found some holes, found some good swings, and it happens.
Again, questions for the student athletes. We have the microphone to you. Let's go ahead and go to Steve here in the middle, 2nd row.
Raymond, obviously not the finish you guys wanted, but you got just about everybody coming back next year. I mean, you guys made it a long way this year. What are your thoughts kind of looking to the future of Hurricane baseball?
Well, I mean, this season was definitely a step in the right direction. We're going to remember this feeling and be back next year better and hopefully do the things that we're supposed to do, be able to host and not feel this way again next year.
Ray, offensively, you guys were close, had some situations with a lot of runners on base, bases loaded, and you guys rolled into a couple of key double plays. And you talk about that and just what that does to an offense.
I mean, that's baseball. We didn't get the big hit today. Usually our guys come through. We've done it all year, and today we did it, and it cost us. But that's baseball again.
Anything else for the student athletes? Maybe one more. If not, we'll let them go. All right, thank you, fellas. We'll circle back with questions for Coach here. Go ahead and get it started here with the gentleman to the 2nd row to Coach's right.
A long day of baseball, and you guys were really raking all week. Do you think just being out there that long had any impact on your offense in terms of timing or fatigue or any of that nature?
I don't think so. I think their pitching had a lot to do with it. We got the back end of these teams pitching, today. We got ahead, and they're bringing in guys, down the bottom of their bullpen. So we were able to open it up on them. But you got to give credit to Mississippi State. They brought in some guys. They did a good job of keeping the ball down. We hit a lot of balls into the ground at the worst times. With the bases loaded there, we hit in a couple double plays. I think we only scored 1 run. We had the bases loaded twice. So, you got to give credit to Mississippi State. I thought they made good pitches, pitched down, pitched away, and we just couldn't get the big hit when we needed it.
Go ahead to Steve here in the middle.
Coach, you guys get the big home run early and go up 1-0, and it seemed like after that a lot of balls were kind of beating the ground. What feedback were you getting from your players about Plumlee?
Yeah, the starter had sink. I brought him. I know we brought him. I don't know what inning it was, but. So guys, what's he doing? What's the ball coming out of his hand? It's sink. They said it all said sink. So they made an adjustment that inning. We were able to get him out of there, and they brought in some other guys that kept the ball down, had some balls that ran a little bit. We rolled over, hit into the ground, just couldn't get the ball up in the air when we needed to, with the bases loaded. But so at the end of the day, they did make some good pitches. I'd have to watch the video to see exactly where they're at, but just looked to me from coaching third, they did keep the ball down, and we just slammed them into the ground.
Got time for a couple more for Coach. We'll go ahead and get it here to the front. and then we'll go right behind the gentleman here.
Coach, when you look back at this weekend, what's going to be the takeaway? What are things that are just going to frustrate you, or maybe just look ahead with optimism? What's the big takeaway for you?
Well, a lot of optimism. Playing here, I think you made a comment about, guys might be tight that first game. Our guys were never tight this entire year. They weren't tight tonight. I think it's a great learning experience, great growing up experience playing in this environment. The fans, by the way, here are awesome. Mississippi State fans are first-class people. They cheer for their team. I didn't hear anything derogatory. Matter of fact, our players came last night to the game, and they were very friendly to our guys. So just like to say thank you to the fans of Mississippi State. But, if you go back and look out throughout the season, we did some things that put ourselves in a position. I don't want to be a bubble program. I made that comment before. We're not a bubble program. We were this year, but I don't want to be. That's not what I aspire to be as a head coach here. I want to make sure, like in the old days, we know we're hosting. They got to come play us at our place. That's what we want, and that's what we need to be able to do. But the future's certainly bright with all our young. We had 5 freshmen playing today, 1 on the mound who threw an unbelievable game. And you had 4 in the lineup, and the rest of them were sophomores. I don't know many teams that have all freshmen, sophomores playing with no seniors. So to say I'm proud of my guys would be a huge understatement.
Go ahead and get it right behind. Nothing? Okay. Anything else for Coach, or are we good to go?